In this video, I'll give you a general introduction to the rhythm of art. It's in my book, Ellen's Guide to Rhythm and Motion, on Amazon. There are many types of rhythms, some of which I show here. There's a regular rhythm, which occurs in predictable intervals, like the pine bark. It can serve as a framework for the picture, like drums supporting a song, and it contributes to a sense of order and stability. Alternating rhythm has two or more motifs arranged in a pattern. With progressive rhythm, the shapes change in a regular manner, like these benches getting smaller or the artichokes getting smaller. Staccato rhythm has repeated parts or beats, like the white tops of these flowers, and they're separate and disconnected, yet together they make an irregular unified pattern. A random rhythm is repeated in an unpredictable way, like these trees, but elements like the shadows unite them. And then finally, radiating rhythm emanates from a single point. Motifs have two main properties. One is the number of lines per area, called the frequency, and the other is the height of the line, called the amplitude. So here we have a regular rhythm. If we increase the frequency so there are more lines per given area, it's like increasing the tempo in music. Now, if you continually increase the positive form and reduce the spaces between them, the rhythm accelerates until it begins to look like texture and eventually fuses to become one single value. The height of the line is the amplitude, like turning up volume in music. If we vary the length of the lines, like shorten every other line, then we have an alternating pattern. And we need all four lines to indicate this pattern, at least one repeat of the original pattern. Alternation is used with textiles and wallpaper and in stylized art. It's uncommon in realistic paintings. And then finally, you can have a progression of lines. If one of the lines is altered, then that becomes the dominant mark, creating an accent or a beat. This particular motif is described as long, long, short. When several such motifs are linked together, we get a pattern, where the short one becomes the accent. A void is an unexpected skipping of a motif. Both the motif and the void should measure space in art and time in music. If the void is extended too much, we may lose the pattern. Alternatively, if the pattern is altered, we are surprised. Any variation in the motif and spacing should embody design principles like continuity, gradation, unity. The rhythm here looks like two diamond shapes with no true outline. Instead, we project continuity, which is implying the ends of the lines as indicating the shape. It shows gradation in the length of the lines and that get progressively longer and shorter. So the pattern is unified and harmonious. More complex rhythms are regression and progression. In this case, we need at least 9 dots to establish that rhythm. It has an implicit direction, even though the elements are static. In the first rhythm we discussed, we had vertical lines with spaces in between them as being secondary. This is opposite, where the white squares are dominant and the separating lines are subordinate. In this rhythm, we have black and white squares that are equal, so we don't know which is the positive shape or the negative shape, and that creates ambiguity. If we shorten every other line, we get a decrease in the positive space, which is the line, and an increase in the negative space, which is the background. In this case, I painted a dot on a wheel and let the wheel roll, so we get an undulating red line with each turn of the wheel. It has a duration measured by a clock and a length measured by the ruler, so these two dimensions are related. And they both describe the cycle of a dot moving around a rotating wheel. The path of a bouncing ball also has a duration and length that vary together. In my next video, I'll discuss some examples of rhythm in art. And please remember to subscribe.